Slogan. A lot of you know the slogan. One of my life's philosophies that I live by every single day is the iconic brand Nike slogan. A lot of you know the slogan, right? Just do it. 3 words. Just do it. Just do it. What does that actually mean? If you're watching this and you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're an employee right now for some major company and you go home at night and you work on your side hustle, your side business. Let me tell you something. If you want more success this year than last year, if you want to finally break through, make some noise in the marketplace, get some attention, right? Get some attention on social media, just do it.
Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Another beautiful, blessed, and grateful day. Ready to go ahead and take advantage. We are in the beginning of the month of September, full of a lot of abundance coming to and through us. So let me go ahead and get IG live on here as well. Awesome. Okay. All right. So today, family, we are going to be going over the difference between multiplying money and also being able to build our business at the same time. Because I get a lot of questions like, D, how can I go ahead and build my business? How can I trade? How can I do them simultaneously? Well, today we're going to go ahead and actually go over it. I've got a visual presentation to go ahead and break it down. But before we go ahead and dive into it, what is everybody grateful for coming in to the beginning of the week on Friday, at the beginning of the month, end of the week on Friday, ready to go ahead and get into it. Grateful for God, grateful to be healthy, grateful for all that is coming for us and not to us inside of life. Grateful for the mind, grateful for the body, grateful for the spirit. So let's go ahead and get into it for today. All right, I love it. So I actually have the Zoom open. So let me go ahead and see if I can share my screen on here. Okay, let's see. It's not gonna let me be able to do it on here. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually break it down on the screen so you guys can see it because I don't have it on the Zoom today. So let me go ahead and show you guys through the screen so you guys can go ahead and take a screenshot of each of these pages. You ready? I'm gonna go ahead and go through each one. So first things first, when we talk about the 5 keys to really becoming successful in trading, here's my 5 for you. So you guys can go ahead and take a screenshot. So you have this, okay? Go ahead and take a screenshot. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through each of these right now. All right, so number 1 is going to be never hurry. Okay, one of the biggest things that I had to realize with trading and even when it comes to building the business is being able to be aggressive in the micro, but have a long-term patience in the macro. So here's really what I mean by getting into understanding the power of compounding effect. Okay, when you guys understand, if you took $100 trading account and you were to just get 10% a handful of days out of the week, do the math on what that actually comes out to 60 days later. And you're going to start to see how powerful it is to start being able to compound your money and compound your trading account. Okay. So number 2, do not make decisions when you are tired. Okay. Tired eyes rarely see a good future. Choose a session and a time that works best for you. Okay, this is something that I had to really figure out because at the beginning, I was spending so much time spending late hours trading and I would get up late. And then my morning routine would be off and I would be all discombobulated for the rest of the day. So I had to start realizing that the hours that we trade can be very intentional. We can actually fit it into our schedule when you actually identify what time we're going to work and whether we're a night owl or whether we're actually a morning bird. So you've got to really figure out what is best for you. For me, the morning is so much easier, right? We can actually get on in the morning. We can be done with our trading before even 10 o'clock. So I love that. So don't make decisions when you're tired, especially when it comes to trading. Okay, this is crucial. Number 3, go for long-term results instead of an immediate return. Okay, wise men and women make decisions that last for years, not weeks. You must be able to become a long-term thinker in order to have a long-term trading account. Okay, so here's the truth. A lot of us at the beginning, yes, right? I get it. We want to make thousands, but the truth is you need to learn how to handle the small lot sizes. Because if you can understand that this is all about percentages, the lot size doesn't really matter, right? Because if you can learn to catch percentages, the only thing that changes is the lot size, right? You're just going to add a couple of zeros onto your trade, right? Which keeps me in direct, which directly correlates to number 4, which is going to be talking about keeping your lot sizes in proportion to the size of your account, right? The 2 biggest reasons why I see most people blow their account is they over leverage or they revenge trade / over trade. Okay. I had to get in the mind state at the beginning. If I lost a handful of trades and I hit my risk management ratio for the day, I'm done. I'm out. I don't care what trade comes out. I don't need to be getting into that trade. Okay. And number 5 is going to be always be learning. Okay. On the trading side, whether it's trading, e-commerce, it doesn't matter what platform that we're using, always to always be continuously learning is a major key. This is why even myself, 1111 Paint Your Vision, I'm still attending the Zoom calls. I'm still attending the go lives. I'm still getting on the educator sessions because I understand that there's always more to learn, right? Even right now, right? Most people, we're in a bear market. DCX, the value that is going on in DCX right now is so powerful, but for most, it would blow right over their head. So it doesn't really matter what platform it is. These are the 5 things that really is going to allow a big difference to start seeing success inside of your trading account, inside of your ECX store, getting ka-chings, okay? So this is big. Let's go on to the other side, right? People ask me all the time, D, how can I find the time to go ahead and build my business? How can I find the time to build my business, build my Shopify store? Well, here's what I started to realize, okay? Zig Ziglar, here's what he said. Lack of direction, not lack of time, is the problem. We all have 24 hours. It really comes down to how we use it, right? We all hear it all the time, but this is the truth, okay? So here's a couple different things on how to go ahead and effectively be able to build your business, right? Fitting it with work. And then I'm actually going to go into details on how to actually do them collectively together, okay? So outside of trading, outside of trading e-commerce, how can I effectively build my business, okay? I've got about 8 bullet points for you. Check this out. It's not about the time. It is the quality of time that we end up putting in, right? Especially with ECX. For those of you that have actually dropped in ECX in the past month of August, drop it down below. Per day, how much time were you guys actually putting in? It could have been an hour, it could have been 2-3 hours a day, but you can see over the course of a month's time how much you've been able to learn. I've seen some of you have already got a store running. You guys have already started to really get a hang of what it is that is going on. So this is big. A lot can change in 30 days, even just with an hour, 2 hours of time, right? Even reading this little excerpt you can use for anything. If we read for 15 minutes a day for 365 days, we could read 2,200 page books. How much smarter would it be if we just knew them like that? Well, the same thing goes for trading, with building our business, right? That time that we think doesn't matter, yes, it absolutely adds up. So building the business is not about the time, it's about the quality of time. Number 2, make sharing the services or the business part of who you are, right? And you don't even need to set aside time. Here's what I mean by that, right? This isn't even this. Honestly, this extends past business, and this even goes into life. Okay, this is coming from somebody who is introverted, right? Yes, I'm extroverted when it comes to sports, but when it came to actually my life, getting outside of the track field, getting outside of the arena, getting outside of the football field, I was very introverted. But I started to learn these life skills are very powerful. To be able to create relationships, right? To be able to show love, to be able to give gratitude to people that you don't even know. This is one of the most important skills that anybody can master. Why? Number 1, it's one of the most highest paying skills, right? Being able to create relationships, right? Being able to give energy. This is huge. Number 2, you never know what that could do, right? When I started going out, I talk about it all the time. Whether you guys are going out anywhere that you open your door from your house today, you have the opportunity to meet potentially 5, 10, 17 new people that you did not know yesterday. Whether you're going to the grocery store, the gas station, somewhere to eat for dinner tonight, whether you're going to the gym, whether you're going to one of your hobbies that you're doing, there are always new individuals that we have the opportunity to meet. So you know what I started to realize? I didn't have to make it an extra thing that I had to add into my day. It got to the point where I was just like, let me just incorporate this in what I'm doing. And it can be as simple as literally creating a relationship, giving somebody a compliment, right? Wherever you're at. And here's the truth. They were probably looking at their social media 5 minutes, a minute, 30 seconds before you actually made that compliment. So when I ask somebody, when I get their social media, give them a compliment. Thanks, I appreciate it. I love your shoes. Thanks, I appreciate it. You have Instagram? I'd love to connect. Yeah, absolutely. Boom. Now we've just created a relationship, right? I'm not looking to close anybody when I meet them. I'm looking to open the door. Because now if you're putting out content, now if you're consistent on your stories, they're going to see what it is that you're doing, and it's going to be able to speak. Forget about just in my city. I've been able to learn how to do this in different states all over the country. And here's the deal. I learned it because I saw other individuals doing it. People that are just like you and I, some that stutter, some that look completely different, but they had the confidence, and guess what? That relationship went on to change their life. That individual on the other side went on to make $10,000, $50,000 a month. That individual on the other side ended up becoming a six-figure trader. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I've experienced it. So I know the power of it now, how much we could be leaving on the table, not by using our voice or being even confident enough to go ahead and start a conversation. So crucial. Number 3, posting every day on social media is what piques a person's interest to find out what it is that we do. Okay. Every day, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the formula to really get an idea on how to build a base structure for our social media. Okay. Number 1 is going to be stories. Stories are so important when it comes down to giving the outside audience a sneak peek, an inside view of our lives, right? Because a picture is one thing. You can only see so much. A video, yes, you get a handful, you get a snippet, but our stories, this is where they can see the details. This is where they can see the intricate things. They can see the times that we're getting up. They see the journaling. They see the meditation. They see the affirmations. They see the trading sessions. They see us developing our store, on the Zoom calls, going to the gym, eating the right foods, drinking the alkaline liquids. All of this is great to document because now people can really start to see who you are, what do you represent, what do you stand for, right? If we stand for nothing, we'll fall for everything. So we need to start thinking about what are the core principles, what are our core values that are going to reflect for anybody else that's watching us, right? What is the dot that you guys are speaking to? Is it single moms, right? Is it older? Is it the older crowd from 35 and above? Who is the dot that you guys are speaking to? And when you can identify that, now you can start to figure out how to really create your niche, right? I've seen it all day long. We have moms on Instagram who have literally hit Chairman 10 off of TikTok because that was the niche that they decided to really get narrow on. So this is big. Figure out your niche. For me, talk about a lot. Millennials, game changers, those who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, those who know they want more. Okay. Number 4 is going to be personal development. How can I effectively build my business outside of trading and e-commerce? Is going to be personal development is not an option if you want to be successful long term. Okay, I had to really get in the mind frame of making this just a part of my daily routines, a part of my daily rituals. Okay, I feel weird if I don't get in my audio for the morning, if I don't get in my audio during the gym, if I don't get in my audio at nighttime, right before I even go to sleep. It's gotten to that point now. Now at the beginning, it wasn't like that at all. I was so used to listening to music all day long when I was in the car, when I was at the gym, when I was out with my friends. But now it got to the point where I'm telling you right now, if you were to give a ratio, a percentage of music between personal development, it's honestly probably, 85 to 15, to be real with you. 85% personal development, frequency, binary beats, and maybe 15% music, right? Because you're not going to be able to listen to PD all day long, right? We're normal. We're only human. But what I am telling you is even just that little shift is going to be a huge game changer because you heard about it this morning. The thoughts that we think even in the morning, how many times have we heard a song in the morning and we thought about it the rest of the day? That's so true because our subconscious mind is picking it up even if the conscious mind isn't paying attention of it. So this is big, right? Anywhere that we go, you can turn your car into a mobile classroom. That was one of the most impactful things that I've learned so far. Because you got to think about it. How much time do we actually spend driving? A lot. We're in our car almost every single day, whether it's going to work, whether it's getting food. So what if we could turn even just that little session into a learning session, right? And you'll never even believe it, but believe it or not, you just going to work to and from, you can literally accomplish almost a whole semester in school just in a matter of 2 months, just by the information that we're listening to. So this is big. Number 5, being able to follow 2 to 5 people a day. Okay. That's the goal. Could be something so simple. 2 to 5 personal relationships in person. And then when it comes to online, okay, I'm not going to lie to you. I want to give you some numbers to go ahead and think about. If you were to just follow 50 people, right? Let's just do over the course of a week, you've just engaged with 350 new eyeballs, seeing what it is that you do. Okay, so here's what I know with business. If we have the same people seeing our content and we're expecting something different, there's that's kind of like insanity. Yes, we have, the law of multiple exposures, but at the same time, I want new eyeballs seeing what it is that I do every single day. So how do we do that? We've got to engage, we've got to network, we've got to create new conversations to really get new people seeing our content. And it's so easy when you start to realize that this can be something that we add into our day that is not time consuming at all. I can go ahead and I can follow, I can like 50 people in a matter of 60 seconds to 2 minutes. Believe it or not, you can actually do it really fast. So let's go ahead and do some numbers. What if you were to go ahead and follow 50 people over a course of the day? Let's just say you did that 3 times, okay? 50 people in the morning, 50 people in the afternoon, 50 people before you went to sleep. You just networked with an extra 150 eyeballs. Okay, this is big. So if we do this over the course of literally, look at that, 7 to 10 days, look how many extra individuals are going to have the opportunity to see your page. Almost 1,000, right? So think about it like this. Whenever you get a notification, do you or do you not go ahead and check out who that person is? When you get a like, when you get a comment, you always go check out their page. Well, they do the same for you. So every time that you like, every time that you comment, every time that you engage with their story, odds are, the way the law of attraction works, the way the laws of the universe works, they're probably going to come back and check you out. So as far as social media goes, if you're the type of person who is there scrolling all day and you don't like, you don't engage, you're not following anybody, and you're wondering why when you put out engagement, you're only getting 1, 2, or 3 likes, that's the reason. Because the algorithm has shrunk. You see, the more we engage, the bigger the algorithm opens up. So this is a huge thing to understand, because I'm telling you right now, you never know where that 1 like, follow, comment, engagement could go once you actually start it. How do I know? I have students in 10 different countries. So I've been able to see, for most of them, I've never met 90% of them. But we've been able to actually do business through the power of the internet. So going back to that question, how much are we leaving on the table by not using our voice, by not being bold, by not actually believing in the value that we have to give, in the value that our story can actually relate with somebody else who's going through something similar? So don't be afraid, because I'm telling you, you never know who you could actually impact when you start putting yourself out there. All right, 3 more on this side. Attending webinars consistently, always be learning and improving, right? Even to this day, we're still jumping on Mornings with Neno. We're still getting on Go Lives. We're still getting on all the Zooms that are being dropped inside of the chat. Why? Because we always know we can always still be improving. And some people will say, well, D, I've heard some of those things a couple of times before. Well, there's a difference between knowing and actually knowing and applying. So if we keep hearing some of the similar things, there's a reason why. Right? Because if we go look at the results and we're talking about similar things, but nothing's really changed, some of the times it depends on the application of the knowledge. And I've been this person, right? I've been the one to go ahead and take on notes and notes and notes. And it's just like, I'm a notebook worm. But then when I went out and looked at the results, I was like, why am I not seeing a lot? A big reason came down to the application of the knowledge. So as I started to dive into my entrepreneurship journey, I got really big on taking action. If a mentor recommended a book, I was getting off the car, I was looking at the book. If they were talking about an event that was in my city that maybe I should go and check out and go network, boom, I was there. If there was an event that I should go and travel to, I'm there, right? September 15th, in literally 15 days, we're going to have one of the biggest events, one of the biggest conventions of 2022 that is going to set the stage for 2023 and beyond. Okay, when I tell you there's so many new product updates coming, there's so much magic about to happen that we are truly just getting started. So when I tell you it's important to go ahead and stay tuned in, to stay plugged in, because most individuals, they left when they thought things were getting stagnant, not knowing that we were a diamond that was buried in the rough instead of a rock, right? We're always continuously adapting and growing. So don't I'm telling you, don't miss out on what is about to come in the next handful of months. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. So stay plugged in to the updates, because when you stay outside of the campfire, when we're not plugged in, we don't have the updates, we're not around everything that's going on, it's easy to lose motivation, it's easy to lose inspiration. But when you have a clear vision, when you know where it is that we're going, it's exciting to wake up every day to take advantage of this fourth quarter with drop shipping, right? With how many sales are about to go down. Black Friday alone does $6 billion. What if you're able to be right there at your house and just be able to collect crumbs of that sitting from the comfort of your home? This is the day and age that we live in. So it's exciting to be plugged in to the information. And the last one is going to be, personally, I'm going to be honest with you, I truly only trade maybe an hour a day. That's it. I'm maybe on the charts from 8:30 in the morning to about 9:30, 9:45 in the morning. That's it. I'm done. I'm good for the day. And if a swipe trade comes out, right, a swipe coin trade, here's the deal. It takes me 10, 15 seconds to put it in. I could be at the gym. I could be at dinner. Boom, I get the alert, plug it in MT4. We have all of our parameters set, and now we can let the trade do what it does. This is the power of really starting to learn that these skill sets, it's built to be able to work around your schedule. It's built to be able to have a full-time job and do this part-time. Okay, so how do you structure it? Our Google Calendar, we've already started to see how powerful that is, right? We have Siri. Anytime that I get a call, anytime that I have something that I need to go ahead and get done, hey Siri, right? Watch this. Hey Siri, set an alarm for a call at 8 p.m. Boom, it's done. It's set up. It's locked in. I don't need to think about it. It's going to hit me at 8 p.m. and I'm ready to go. So I want to go ahead and paint a picture of everybody, because a lot of individuals, I'm going to tell you now so you can be able to take this outside to others that you speak to. Okay, write this down. This is big. I've never forgot this the second that I learned it. This talks about time. One of the biggest objections people are going to tell you, one of two. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. Today, we're going to be talking about time. Okay. Let's do a breakdown on 24 hours. Most people say they're too busy to do the business. They're too busy to be able to trade and build their ECX store at the same time. Well, let me go ahead and break this down for you, and let's see if this makes sense, okay? Most of us, we have a full-time job, okay? Drop down how many hours a day do you normally work for your job? Drop it down. Let's see. Say 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's say 8 hours a day. Let's do an average. The average for the average American is 8 hours a day for a 40-hour work week. Okay, that leaves 16 hours left. 24 hours minus 8, we're down to 16. Okay, so let's say we sleep for 8 hours. 8 hours, that's a good amount of sleep, right? It's pretty solid. I can't tell you the last time I've got 8 hours. It's been a while. But that leaves 8 hours. So 8 hours of sleep. What does that leave us with left? So we're at 16. Let's subtract the 8. Now we're down to 8 hours total left for our 24 hours. That's it. 8 hours. That's it. So let's give 4 hours of time to be able to get ready, driving to work, family time, personal time, TV time. Say you want to go ahead and watch a movie. Got to squeeze in the gym. That's a non-negotiable, right? So let's say that's 4 hours. How many hours do we have left? Somebody drop it down below. You've been keeping along? How many hours do we have left? 4. 4 hours left. So the big question is, what do we do with those 4 hours? Because what we do with those 4 hours is going to determine the quality of our life, how much money we make, how much impact we make, the lives that we change, and so forth. That's the honest truth. I had to look at my schedule, and I had to look at that literally in 2016, 2017, when I was working 60-hour weeks. I was working from 7 to 7. I had to literally break down my hours and say, okay, I've got about 4 or 3 hours that I can really maximize. I can really stretch it if I want to stay up late, but that's the time that I have. And I need to make sure I maximize it and I'm very productive with it. So people tell me all the time, well, I don't have time. Well, we all have time. It just comes down to how do we use it. In fact, if someone were to ask me, D, what's the biggest key that you applied, in your journey so far? It was time. It's how I utilized the time that I had outside of what I was doing. Okay, so that's big. So 2 ways to go ahead and now, how do we structure it? How do we go ahead and structure our time? So we have our Google Calendar, right? We have our Siri to be able to go ahead and get everything aligned up. And now 2 things to go ahead and put together. We have our morning rituals, right? Routine locked in. How many days have everybody been running in their routine? Let me see. Drop it down below. How many days has everybody been going? We're at about 35 right now. We're flowing. 35 days. So check this out. Here's the next question I want you guys to think about. Two sides. We have our morning routine, and then we have our goals. Okay, so for the month of September, our routines is going to allow us to go ahead and get to our goals because it's going to get us in the right state, in the right frequency. So now my question for you is, what are your goals that are going to be locked in for the month of September? What are your trading goals? What are your ECX goals? What is your rank goals? Because now we have something to run towards. Now we have something to go ahead and truly get clear on what it is that we want. Okay? So we've got to be able to break that down. What do we want for the month? What do we want for the next 90 days? But to be honest, this next month, September, this is where pressure creates diamonds. Because when we have a deadline, now it's going to create a little sense of urgency. And I'm not always even worried about hitting the deadline. I'm more worried about just getting your butt in gear a little bit, compressing time frames. What somebody else would go do in 3 months, let's go ahead and break that down and do it in the month of September. Savage September. My birthday's tomorrow, so let's just say it is definitely time to go ahead and step into the savage mode. Okay, so two sides. We have the morning rituals and we have our goals. Now I want to go ahead and give you guys one more app to go ahead and put it together. You ready? Here we go. Here's the last app that I want to go ahead and give you guys an idea if you want to really get structured. If you're the type of person who likes things to a T, you like things super organized, well, here's an app for you. Okay, it's called Strides app. It's a free app. It's daily tracking, accountability, transparency, goals. You can put everything on there, and it's really cool because the way it sets it up, it makes it so simple to where you can actually categorize it exactly how you want it. Okay, when you break it down, you can write, what do you want to do now? What do you want to do in the morning? What do you want to do in the evening? You can manage, all different parts of your day. You can manage your routines. You can put in all these different parts to really go ahead and get organized and even give yourself goal challenges, right? So you can see it even today. I'm tracking myself. I've been doing this all the way since August 6, 2021. Boom, able to track your goals. So even for the month of September, this is what it's going to look like. Daily goal, boom, already done it. So every day I can go ahead and track, did I journal? Did I meditate? And it makes it interactive so you can actually see the chart for your growth. So I love that one. That's a really cool one. So to go ahead and end off today, I want to give you one thing to think about. Don't mistake movement for achievement. It's easy to go ahead and get faked out by being busy. The question is, busy doing what? Okay, that's my question. When you go throughout the day, when you get this vibe check every hour throughout the day, this is a great time to really be intentional and ask myself, am I really going towards my goals or am I just floating in distraction? Because if you can be intentional, this is the month I believe you're going to see massive breakthroughs, massive breakthroughs in your awareness, inside of your business, inside of your life. So no, this is just the beginning. So fam, if you got any value from today, drop some threes down below. It is about to be the third and abundant day, September 3rd, 9/3/93, your boy's birthday. So I'm very excited. I love you guys. Remember, you can be, do, or have anything that you can hold in your mind. You can hold it right in your hand. Is your favorite entrepreneur, Define Dreams. Let's go out and have an abundant weekend. I love you, family. TGIF, the growth includes Friday. Let's go.